Are you in the process of buying a home and you're still wondering if you should get a home inspection? I am at Truview Inspections today, and we are going to learn everything that we need to learn about inspections, and I'm sure after this interview you will make up your mind very quickly. So come on with me. Hi, I'm Marina Orfali DeRobertis with the Monica Betancourt Group and Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices EWM Realty. And I'm here with Armanni Montesano, who is an inspector and marketing head at Truview. Whether you're buying a new home or a home that somebody already lived in, today you're going to learn everything that you need about home inspection. For how long have you been involved in the inspection market? And for how long Truview has been around?
Perfect. Well, I've actually been in the home inspection industry for about 2 years now. So 1 year I was an inspector, and then now it's been a year that I've moved over to a marketing coordinator. But for Truview, we've actually been open for 6 years now. So it's been a really nice journey, and every year we're just getting a little bit better.
You guys have no idea the size of this operation. We'll take a loop around a little later so you can see what they do every day here. But I'm very impressed, and I think reputation is what really helps the business grow, right?
So absolutely.
You guys are doing great. I hear great things from you guys. So Armanni, can you talk a little bit more about Truview Inspections? What is different from everything that is out there?
Oh, absolutely. So of course there's a lot of inspection companies out there. So a lot of people tend to get really overwhelmed when it comes to choosing them. So of course, that was our goal here. Find the problem in the industry, how to find the solution. So the really nice thing about us is we do immediate report delivery. So right there on the spot, before the inspector leaves, you have a full home report with estimated repair costs and wind mitigation in 4 points, which are the insurance documents, are included with all our full homes. So it's really nice because, of course, the inspection period is so short, and it's crucial for the clients and the realtors to have the information as quickly as possible so they can set up and negotiate for their clients. Another really nice thing that we do offer is full HD videos and 360 camera photo tours of the entire property. So it's a great tool to utilize. Maybe if the client's out of state, maybe they're stuck at work, it gives them that sense that they're with the inspector every step of the way. And then last but not least, we do offer a 200% satisfaction guarantee. So within 24 hours of the client or the realtor receiving a report and they're not fully satisfied, not only will we refund them, but we'll take it a step ahead and we'll pay for another inspection company to go back out and do that reinspection.
It's so great to be able to see everything that is happening in an inspection if you, as the home buyer, cannot be there. Many times I have to go by myself representing my clients, and I know that they really wanted to have, that eye on everything that is happening. And the other thing, knowing immediately what actually might be wrong with the property that you're buying is great. It helps you gain that extra time to start to think and strategize how you're going to negotiate repairs as you go through your buying process. So as a follow-up to everything that Truview does, which is great, a lot of people feel like if they're buying a new home, they shouldn't have any problems. And many times you are already spending, money with your closing and the down payment and what you're gonna put in the house. And they ask, do I need to have an additional cost if this home is brand new? So what do you have to say about that?
So that is a beautiful question. I get asked that all the time. I will say, and I will recommend every time, absolutely 100% get an inspection. Because at the end of the day, we are all human. We all make mistakes, right? So quality control is one of the most important things. So that inspection period is essentially your quality control. So I'll give you an example. There are some new homes that we have done some inspections for, and we noticed there were some active leaks already. Now you're saying it's a new home, it should be perfect. But again, we all make mistakes, we're all human. And also there was another one that the attic actually had no insulation whatsoever.
Oh,
so
okay.
Pretty big deal to overlook. So I would always recommend get those new constructions taken care of, because nothing in this world is perfect, and that's just the reality.
And I'm glad you say that, because people sometimes they don't believe that they're gonna find something major in new construction. And yes, you can find something major. It's a small investment, but it has such a big impact in the investment that you are doing, which is buying your home, which is probably one of the largest investments you will do in your life. So get an inspection no matter what, even if you are buying new construction.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, your investment is only as good as your inspection.
That's right. Now, Armanni, what are the most common deficiencies you guys find? And what are one of the most expensive deficiencies you have found while working with Truview?
So that's a very good question. One of the more common deficiencies that we see are failed seals around the windows, missing drip pans on the water heaters, dirty coils underneath the AC, which majority of those are just maintenance, which a lot of homeowners tend to forget that once you buy the house, the work isn't done. There's still maintenance that needs to be involved, just like having a new car. Now, as for the most expensive deficiencies that we normally run into, that would definitely be categorized under the roof and, of course, the plumbing section, especially with some of the older homes that do have cast iron piping. So those were basically done back in the 1950s, 1960s. At this point, they basically last 50 years. We're well over 50 years. So we did have this one property that they upgraded a sewer scope, which I always recommend when you have cast iron piping. It's always good to know. We ran the line through, and what we saw was the roots from the trees actually broke through all the plumbing. And so what ended up happening was everything got backed up because of the roots. And of course, that was a very costly repair right there. But it's better to know those things during your inspection period, where you're not legally or financially obligated to stay in that contract. So it could be a cost of $1,000 to know, or maybe $40,000 of repairs later down the line.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a great point. Sometimes even more, because you're not only changing the pipes, now you are breaking the beautiful tiles because they may have done cosmetic work without knowing what was underneath the beautiful tiles that they put. Now, I wanted to ask you just a follow-up question here. What are other types of inspections that they're not really the basic, but you guys recommend people doing here in Florida?
So we always recommend, like I mentioned before, those drain line inspections. Normally you don't really need to worry when it's PVC piping, but cast iron, 100% would recommend. Mold testing is always recommended here. We're Florida, we got humidity, so mold is a fairly common thing. So I'd always recommend it, especially those that are very sensitive with allergies, because that's really where it'll take effect on you. And then, of course, you can always do, we have lead inspections as well. Not really typically a common one, but at the end of the day, you are investing life savings. It's good to have that peace of mind to know what you do and what you don't have.
Armanni, tell us, what is the most loved thing about your business when you hear from customers?
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so definitely our number one comment is our customer service. Our customer service is unmatched. It truly is. We have, you walked into the office right now. You saw the large team that we have that's always on call, ready to go to pick up everything. And also something special that we do have is our inspector manager is here at the office all the time. So whenever you have any inspection related questions, any updates that you need, he's always there and willing to answer and walk with you every step of the way of that report.
And that is fantastic, because as people go through the buying process, it's very common that people get stressed. It's a time of change. And so having this easy access to ask questions and get immediate answers, believe me, it helps a lot to maintain you on track and make your process less stressful than what normally it is. Now, the other question that I have for you is, what is it that normally people don't know about Truview, but you would like for them to know?
Okay, so this one, I love this question. So something that we do here, very, very special. Regardless if you're a brand new inspector or you've been inspecting for 10 years, you have to go through our Truview training before you're allowed on the field, period. To us, our quality is the most important thing, and we want to keep that standard, regardless of how big we grow. So every single inspector goes through our specific Truview training. We have videos, we have tests, and we do bi-weekly trainings with all our inspectors.
Oh, that's great.
To go over different deficiencies.
I do love the fact that you guys keep up to speed. Many times there are trends of new materials or new ways that people use in construction, and just sharing the learnings amongst the team. I think it's a great advantage. Another great advantage is you have this standardized training. We know that independently of the inspector that is out there, you're gonna get the same quality of inspection that you would get with a more experienced inspector, or somebody that has everything fresh in mind. So it's great to know that you have a standardized threshold, if you will, and you're gonna get a good service out there.
Oh, absolutely. It's actually funny that you mentioned that. We do have a scoring system for all our inspectors. So every single inspector needs to score a certain amount every month so that they're allowed to be out on the field. So we make sure that quality never drops.
That's fantastic. Great to know. Now, for people that want to get in touch with Truview, what's the best way to get in touch with you guys?
So you can actually book online, TruviewInspections.com 24/7, and it gives you real-time availability. Of course, you can always reach us on Instagram, Truview Inspections. We have a fantastic marketing coordinator there that she specifically works on that social media, and she is fantastic. She answers very quick. She'll send me DMs right away, so we can definitely answer there. Or you can always call our number, 305-908-3835. It'll give you straight to the office and the girls, and they will be more than happy to take care of you.
And you guys will see all the information right here, so you can have easy access to contacting Truview if you need. Thank you so much. This was a very good conversation. I think very clarifying for people that were still skeptical about, do I really need an inspection even if I'm buying a new home? I think it was very clear why you need to protect your asset as you're going through the buying process. Thank you, Armanni. This was great.
Thank you so much.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel.